Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kalayim Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Malakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great most of Manasseh, do well and teach well. To my brother out here, as always, going to push out the truth of the scriptures. Right? Teach our people. Right? Always tell our people their transgressions, whether they hear, whether they forbear. What matters is that, they come out here and fulfill prophecy. Right? So, I feel like we're just going to go into some news. Keep it real simple. So this is from CNN.com, World News. Israel strikes on Iran and the latest on war in the Middle East. Okay, so they're doubling it, what it is. You have many arguing that World War III has already come. But according to the scriptures, World War III is going to end with nuclear missiles. So what we have right now, I guess you could say is a conflict. I wouldn't say it's a regional conflict, but it's definitely a multi-state conflict. But it's gonna, blow up more and more. Before that happens, there's many more prophecies. There's not many, but there's some prophecies that need to come to pass. And so, book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 6, ask ye now and see, ask ye now and see whether a man doth prevail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. And now when you look at that word paleness, a lot of people say, oh, that proves that, that the original people, we take it away. That's madness. Paleness just means fear. Oh, it's in my head. Fuck. What is this shit? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at this point. Right? Look at Jeremiah 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether doth a man travail with child. Therefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as women in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. Why? Right, because of the judgment, because of the torment, because of the pain and suffering that's coming, right? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? So it's going to be a time that's never been seen before, right? Even the time of Jacob's trouble, right? And that's what we need to nature, right? Now, before Jacob's trouble, well, not before, but after Jacob's trouble is going to come destruction and deliverance, right? And that's really how he's going to be saved out of it, right? So we got that one. Look at Jeremiah chapter 49, verse. But Jeremiah chapter 50. Verse 23, actually to start off here, I should actually start ahead. Alright,
Oh, is it?
It's a similar.
I haven't been.
Yeah, verse 8, right? Move out of the midst of battle and go forth out of the ancient beings and be as the he-goats before the flock, right? Now move out of her literally, right? Because it's the only way you're gonna get out of here is through the chariots. You're not gonna be able to just escape America, and think everything is gonna be good for you. We want the salvation of our souls. We want complete salvation. And that's gonna come salvation through the chariots, right? And he-goats before the flocks just means be teachers, right? For lo, our invasion caused to come up against Babylon, assembly of great nations for the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Right? The northern countries talking about Russia. Right? Russia is going to be a land. It's gonna, be the one that's gonna take America out, right? Well, Russia, one with NATO and the EU, is Ezekiel, but let's see if I can find it. The clouds. Book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 1. I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, upon his heads, and the blasphemy, or the vibration of blasphemy. That's what America, NATO, and EU push. They push blasphemy, words against the Most High, against the Yahweh. And the beast I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon I gave him his power and his seat and great authority. It's like unto a leopard, because that was the beginning of this man's rulership, the Greek Empire, the Macedonian rule. Right? His feet is the feet of a bear. That's going to be the end of this nation. Right? The end of America is going to be through Russia. Right? His mouth is the mouth of the lion, the dragon is authority, his seat, and giving his power and his seat and their authority. Right? And the mouth of the lion, the correct is talking about Great Britain. Right? That's where America came out. Right? That's how it got started. Right? Which are all the same Edomites, but let's just talk about this nation. Right? This is Babylon the Great. Right? So leopard is Alexander the Great, the Greek. Feet were as the feet of a bear, Russians, right? Mouth, the lion. Great Britain, dragon represents the Roman Empire. That's where they get all their stuff from. When they started to take over Rome and take over Jaffa's rule, right? You can go back to Jeremiah 50, right? For lo, I arise and cause to come against Babylon and assemble great nations for the north country. They shall set themselves in array against her. There she should be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, and it shall return in vain. Right? Russia and its allies. Right? And really, they are north. You look at the map; they're actually on the other side of the globe, but they're still north. Right? Northeast, the whole region. Right? Break it down brick by brick. Let's see, let's talk about Russia. Just double check. Okay, yeah, just the chariots. Just want to double check these things. Alright? Which idea shall be a spoil among their spoilers and the house of the Lord. Because you were glad, because you rejoice with all the stories of my heritage, because you are growing fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, right? Get their riches, right? And their riches come off the back of these so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. They're also called Indians, right? That's how this place got its start. That's how it got its money and its rulership and its power, right? Through enslaving us. And I don't need to talk a whole bunch about that anyway. The slave ships, I think they still have some that are left that are still being held and kept up. We all know what they did to the Native Americans. You know, the so-called white man, the Ephraim did to the Native Americans. You know, poisoned them, started calling them red, and so on and so forth. Right? Your mother shall be so confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed, because the innermost of nations shall be the wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. And that's what's coming down to this place. This land in America is about to become a dry land and a desert. You know, it's about to become and look real rough out here. You know, when it gets nuked. That's the end point. Right now, how does that make sense that this land is going to be a dry land and a desert? And then at the same time, we're still going to be here, you know, catching hell. You know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Right? Yeah. Verse 13, because of the wrath of the Lord shall not be inhabited, it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth about Babylon shall be astonished, because this is her place. This nation is going to be completely destroyed. America, USA, Babylon. Right? Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, or either bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Right? Nuclear missiles. If you're caught here in America, and those missiles drop, this place will be your grave. America is going to be nuked and completely and utterly destroyed. Right? Thus saith the Lord. Right? People can look and think that I'm crazy, but it's just what's going to happen. Right? This is the book of Revelation. Book of Revelation, chapter 18. One of those things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and earth is lightened with his glory. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, both of every foul spirit, and a cage for every unclean and hateful bird. So after America gets nuked, it's not going to be inhabited by people anymore. It's going to be utterly destroyed. You'll not find a single human being. You can find someone, you know, pitching tents, trying to make money here. Right? For all nations are drunk of the wine of wrath of fornication, and the kings have committed fornication with her. The merchants of the earth the merchants of the earth are waxed rich with the abundance of the delicacies. Right? And part of the delicacies was people. Right? Part of the things that they were able, this country would get rich through, was through selling these so-called black Hispanics, Native Americans, right? Verse 4, I heard another voice from heaven say, come out from my people, that you be not partakers of the sins, and that you receive not of her plagues, right? And once again, that's the chariots, right? That's the only way you're not going to be a partaker of the plague. If you're on the earth, you're going to die, right? So that's why this is emphasized so much, come out of her, my people, right? My people, right? Not talking about everyone, right? Talking about the elect of the nation of Israel pertaining to Revelation, the seventh chapter, right? For since I've reached into heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she has filled to her double, right? Absolutely, right? So this place is done unto us, right? Things will be done unto them. It's going to be utterly burnt with fire, as we're going to read on down. Oh, hold on. Right? Verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith unto in her heart, I say, queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. go. Let's do some more digging here.
About my job that I don't work at no more. But I still work there, but kind of not really because I'm not in the offices. I don't play in the office.
Let's just focus up. I could have talked about Halloween and think about that Simeon, but this is the book of, I get the wrong one. I love getting into this. You gotta focus up. Can't be around all these people. That's the book of, I just remember where it is. Yeah, it's Isaiah 47. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, the virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. Our daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called. Tender, delicate. It's called a virgin. Called a virgin because this land America has never been taken down by any other nation. Like you never had foreign power perform a military operation where they were able to take down military structures here in America. It's never happened. Well, I mean, you could say Pearl Harbor, but they let that happen on purpose. The elites, right? Take the millstones and growl and meal and cover the locks, make bare the leg and cover the thigh, pass over the rivers, right? Because they're going to be in that lower state. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as men. Right? Let's talk about the Messiah. The last time the Messiah came in the flesh was, over 2,000 years ago. This time, when the Messiah comes down, he's not going to come down in a fleshly body anymore. He's going to come down in an angelical, spiritual body, a perfect body. He's not going to, he's not going to come in a mortal coil. He's not going to come in a mortal flesh. He's going to have spiritual power. He's going to destroy this place. Right? As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get into darkness, the daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Alright? See here. That was that. Get on that one for now. Alright? Revelation 18, verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I see the queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's this place always pushed forward. That's what America always pushed. That's going to be around forever, right? But that's quickly changing, right? America's going to get destroyed, right? No one's going to be able to save it. Not Jesus Christ, that false Messiah, that false image. Cesare Borgia, Serapis Christus, right? This place is going to be destroyed, right? Through Yahushua, angels, and having the nukes come down, right? Verse 8, therefore shall a place come in one day, death and mourning and famine, should be utterly burned with fire, for strong was the Lord who judges him, right? So for one day, this place is going to be utterly are completely burned with fire, right? How is it possible that, you know, we're going to be around Jacob's trouble? We still don't have brothers that's kind of around. The missiles are down here, and you know, we survived that, and we're still down here, you know, catching hell. That don't make sense. There's a timeline of events that has to take place, right? So you gotta see famines. You're gonna see destruction. You're gonna see, you know, different false flag events come down first, and then after that comes the missiles, right? Which will be the end. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and I'll show you what this is the end. It's the book of 2nd Ezra 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Right? Because this is you know, Ezra talking to the angel Uriel, right? You know, basically asking him a series questions, you know. Archangel Uriel is explaining it on behalf of the Most High, you know, and he's breaking things down to him, you know. Then, yeah, so he's asking, you know, what's going to be the time, what's going to be the deciding factor. He said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And so from Abraham to Isaac, right? Which no one's Isaac, right? Isaac isn't a spiritual one, right? That's, you know, Yahushua. They're the same person, right? Some people, you know, I heard other Pastor Har was watching a video of his. He was saying that someone is out there, you know, trying to claim that he's Isaac, you know, or I don't know, they try to say that a brother of theirs in AOIC is Isaac in the reincarnation. That's madness, you know. That's ridiculous. You know, it shows that they're not diligent. They're not, you know, digging through the scriptures. That's why Elder Pastor Har, you know, said what he said. You know, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Right? So Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Right? Esau is the end of the age. Right? Even the word Esau, you look into one of the scriptures, I think it might be Isaiah 21. Esau is one of the districts in Atlantic Edom was called Dumah. Right? That's like the southern district. When you do your research into the word Dumah, it goes into a symbolic name for Edom, which means death. Right? So-called white man represents death, represents destruction. You know? There is a physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. You know? Right? So last book of the night for Right, so as you move on later down, right, it'll show you some of these tokens. Right? Verse 18, and it's said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, right? Fulfilled or completed, right? Because our affliction is not yet completed. We're still slaves in this country. You know, we have a social security card. You know, we have to go to work every day. You know, we serve under our enemies. You know, and you know they you know, like the scripture says, you know, our possessors slay us, hold themselves not guilty. And I could go into a lot of different things, police brutality, you know, all kinds of things that they do unto us, and we just suffer, you know. Right? When the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, right? Which means the age, not the actual world. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see it all together. Right? The books being opened before the firmaments talk about the satellites. You know, and this truth getting pushed out into the inner way. Because when the truth came out first, Rob of Bivens, Ezekiel 37, right, which he had a large awakening, right? But then you had some who awoken completely, and you have others who they maybe know that they're Israelite, but that's about it. They maybe heard a couple scriptures, but that's it. That's the length of what they're willing to go. They don't care about the name. They don't care about nothing else, right? And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children, 3 or 4 months old. They shall live and be raised up, right? Technology shall increase, right? Children speak earlier. And then you have these those intensive care units for children that are born untimely, right? Verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, right? And that's coming. You have all kinds of stores shutting down. Even near me, I know they always talk about Rite Aid, that they're not getting a lot of new shipments, that a lot of these pharmacies are closing down. There's a Rite Aid near me, and it seems like they haven't had a new shipment of product in forever. And I used to go there all the time to buy protein bars, which I probably shouldn't be eating. It's poison, but it is what it is. They haven't had a new one in ages. I don't know if it's unclean though. I don't know if it's but it's still not good for you because it's processed factory. Right? And the trumpet shall give a sound which every man heareth, he shall suddenly be afraid, but the chariot shall give a noise. And this destruction is coming. You got the trumpets, which is the speaker systems of the chariots. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of fire shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run. Right? Which that means that the water is going to be stopped. There's not going to be any running water. It's not going to be any fresh water. It's not going to be any clean water. And you're going to have chaos in the streets. Right? And these are all things that have to come to pass before the World War III prophecy, right, the end of this age comes to pass. Which verse 25, whosoever remains from all these things, from these that I have told thee shall escape, and shall see my salvation in the end of your world, end of the age. Right? The men that receive shall see it, have not tasted death from their birth, right? Because some of us will have to die for this truth. There's going to be some of us that aren't, right? That are going to get saved in the chariots, right? And that means you wouldn't have seen death. Death wouldn't have touched you. You'd just be changed in the blink of an eye, because flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven, right? If they were looking back and say, "Oh well, you gotta die," it's that serious. They really do hate us. He who shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Right? So that's the end of this age, the beginning of a new age. And you see on the sign, start with Heavenly Father Yahweh, Yahushai, King David the 12, right on down. People on this side are going to be the ones running things. We're not going to be under the so-called white man. We're going to be the ones having rule, right? As was promised to us all the way back in the book of Genesis, that we would be the sand of the sea, and that we would have the rulership and the power of the earth, which is coming. So I think that's that. Did my piece. Again, double honors to the elders and apostles of great most known GMS do rule and teach well and not that. So shalom.